Hey guys, how's it going? So this is going to be the first video in my Minecraft server building tutorial series. So in this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to do permissions and some ranks. So, I already have everything downloaded, and for downloading stuff, all you have to do is search Craft Bucket, and then I'll actually show you real quick, I guess. So you can search Craft Bucket, go to the bucket download, then just download one of these, click the little green arrow. Since I already have it, I won't be needing it. You want to go to Bucket's home, it looks like. No. You want to go to bucket.org as well. And wait for it to load, I guess. Okay, you want to go to Get Craft Bucket, because it'll take you to the wiki. And you're going to want to copy this little code. For Windows, if you're on Mac, copy this stuff down here. On Linux, copy this stuff. This is a Windows-based tutorial, though, so sorry for Mac and Linux users. Alright, so you want to copy that, put it on a notepad or something. And yeah. So after you download your craft bucket, it'll be this, and it'll have like 1.7.2 or 4. Whatever. And then once you have that code, you actually want to go, since I already have it here, you want to go get you a notepad open, copy and paste it in here, save this. You can save it to whatever you want, but make sure that I'm going to name it start again, and it has to be a .bat file. So start bat, then that will be how you start your server. And on top of that, you see right here, it won't be 8 gigs to start, it'll be like a gig. You can put that to as much as you want, but if it's going to be hosted on your home computer, leave 2 gigs for your operating system. If you're going to be playing on it, leave at least 4 gigs. Like if you're going to be playing on the same computer that the server's on, 4 gigs. Okay, so you're going to run that, then it's going to generate all these files. And for the plugins, we have PermissionsEX, and Essentials. And with Essentials, it comes in a zip folder with a couple other things as well. You will only need Essentials, Chat, and Spawn for this one. So actually, let me get rid of this as well. Whatever those are. Okay, so we're going to run our server for the first time. And I'm actually going to go on just to show you that everything's going okay. And let it go. I already have a world and everything put in there, so... And I have a free spawn that was I found that another YouTuber had made. So I just used that for the purposes of this video. Okay, so I can talk, nothing's gonna happen really. And yeah, pretty much. So, as you see right now, everything's pretty boring. We do /plugin, that's all we have. Spawn is set. I already set I spawned and everything here, but we're not gonna be worrying about that. So now let's take a look and go into our permissions. So after you actually run it, you're going to get the plugins folder, and it's going to generate these files. Now this is a basic tutorial, so we're not going to be doing it much. We're just going to go straight to the permissions. And when you first load this now, it's going to give you this basic template. And I should also point out, if you do not have Notepad++, or if you're on Mac or Linux, get the equivalent. Or some kind of editor that's really easy to use, and it can't, just not Notepad or WordPad, because those won't really work. Okay, so you're going to have this. Now I'm going to put in the other things, and then I'll show you from there. One more thing I should mention, you can't use tabs. So if you have Notepad++, I would set your tabs to spaces, and to do that, all you have to do is go to Settings, Preferences, Tab Settings, and checkmark this. Okay, so I'm going to put the rest here, and then I'm going to go explain it. So prefix is going to be your rank name, like the rank in front of your name, like on servers you see admin, owner, and so on. Suffix would be the same except at the end of your name, which we're not really going to focus on at all. And inheritance is going to be for further ranks, so I'll explain that in a minute. And I'm going to name this to guess so it doesn't get too confusing here. And I'm going to make another rank real quick so I can explain the inheritance and everything else. And default, I should also mention that real quick. So what default means is, since guess is set to default true, when someone joins your server, that's where they're going. They're going to that group first. They're not going to be put to any others. Or for whatever you need for your server, you can put your default to whatever else. And just keep in mind as well, these groups that I'm making, this is for me. This isn't for anyone else. So feel free to do whatever you want, obviously. Alright, so then we have our permissions. This is where our permission nodes are going to go. And we don't need inheritance or suffix on this one. And I'm not going to be doing suffixes, but I will show you what they do at least. Alright, so you see member has inheritance from guest. Now what this is doing, if you were to be member, you would have this permission. So, and then you can add on permissions here. So you don't have to keep typing the same old permissions for every single rank. So that makes it really easy for when you have bigger servers. So let me just copy and paste this a couple more times. So let me make this an admin. So this is going to be the owner, which you don't really need inheritance, but whatever. Let's see. It's going to be mod, member, mod, admin. Alright, so we have groups now. Now let's go back down to owner. So we're going to edit this first because this is the easiest. So since this is the owner, you're obviously going to have full control over everything on the server. So you're going to give it what is known as the star permission. So the star permission is permission and access to all plugins and all the commands and features that they have on your server. So you're done with permissions now. So now we're going to go admin. We don't need to really worry about these too much because I don't have any plugins in here right now that we're going to require a lot more. But we're going to worry about essentials and everything for mod and admin now. So mods are obviously going to need a little bit of kind of staff like rule, and then admins are going to have a lot more. So I'm going to put in some stuff here, then I will explain some of this stuff as well. So that one, that one. Okay, so what these are permission nodes. So for every permission, there'll be a permission node that goes with it so you can give you access to that feature or command. So if you don't know, I will put a link in the description so you can find these for the plugins. And it works the same way for any plugin. All you have to do is type in that plugin name and permission nodes and you'll get some. So let me do some for admin real quick. So since it's an admin, I'm just going to give it star, so that'll give it everything essentials has, so pretty much done. So now let's look at this one. So we don't need the modify world one, but you can use it if you want. The first one we're going to do is bucket.command plugin. Now what this is going to do is, so when a person first joins your server, they can't look at your plugins. You don't need this one. This one is really user preference. So we're going to do slash bucket.command.plugin, and then what this slash is doing in the front is making it so that they can't do it. So now I'm going to do a couple more here. Help, message of the day. Now I will provide a link for all these things. Like I said, I have most of them memorized. Warp.list and essentials.warps.star. So with this warps.star one, if you had a lot of warps and you didn't want them going, like a guest going to all of them, instead of putting a star there, you'd put that warp name there. But since this is just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm putting star there so a guest could access all of them. So essentials.kit essentials.kit.tools. So if you didn't have a kit.tools, you would put whatever your kit name is there. I will make another video showing you how to do everything in essentials as well, so don't worry about that. Essentials.setHome and essentials.home. And for member, just to show you this, this is one I like to use a lot because it's easy. .setHome.multiple. So we're going to allow him to set another home. Multiple.3. 3 homes. Okay, so now that that's done, now let's add prefixes real quick. Now, I know everyone's seen all the colors and everything, and you probably want to know how to do that as well. So I'm going to type this out, then I'm going to go over it for you guys. Alright, so basically these AND numbers are color codes, or formatting codes. I will provide a link in the description for those, but I have most of them memorized, as I said before, since I've done this a lot, and I've been doing this a long time. So what this is doing, though, is the AND zeros here are making these brackets black. And 8 is a dark gray, and 7 is a light gray. This is making the G darker than the rest of guest. So the rest of guest is AND 7. So now let me do this for the rest of these, and that's pretty much it. I mean, this has been a pretty basic tutorial, I'm not going to lie. It shouldn't have been like too hard to follow. If it was, I do apologize. I will have a more advanced one in the future as well, though, that goes in this plugin in depth a lot more. So like right now I'm just doing basic things, but we can really get into it. Now for owners, if you want to have your name like rainbowed or multiple colors, all you have to do is put that color, then the number, then that color, well that color, then the letter, then that color, then the letter. So I'm going to make everything a different color here. So just to show you. So there you go. So and F. And the reason I'm putting and F after these is because if I didn't, the and 0 would override that and it could make your name black and everything too. And you probably don't want that. So there we go. Now we got some stuff going here. And we can save. Close this. Open this. So since I'm in the owner category, hold on, let me just get rid of all these guys. Okay, so I'm going to reload. And if you got lost or anything during any part of this video, just feel free to rewind it, stop it or something, or, you know, just to get caught up. But I don't think it should have been too bad. So now, we say hi, and I am a guest. So, since I just started the server. So now, I'm going to go and add myself. User Crossfire Titan group set owner. So now I'm set to owner, so we said hi, and my name's all rainbowed. Now as you see, my name is in these kind of like brackets. I'm going to show you guys how to change that as well, and we're going to look at chat color too. Those are in the essentials itself though, so we're going to worry about that here in next episode. So next episode I'm going to be showing you guys, getting you guys the basics of essentials, and then we're going to start doing some more plugins. So I hope this video helped how about we restart that sentence? I hope this video helped. This video was aimed to the more beginner to, you know, I guess anywhere, but it's more for a beginner. So if it helped, please leave a like because that helps me, or leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Either way, it's criticism and I can deal with it. If you have any suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments, and if you have any suggestions for plugins, please leave them in the comments as well. Thanks for watching.